Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Pichler. I'm here with my colleague Paola Vinunzio from SPI, and this is part of our podcast series on success stories from the DIGI-B-CUBE and its beneficiaries. We're here today with Pasquale de Blasio, joining us from the GalileoHub project. Excuse me, Pasquale. It's nice to meet you. You're connecting from Milano in Italy, and we've talked a bit about we learned a bit about the project in general. Our first question now would be, Pasquale, what is the mission of GalileoHub currently? What are you working on?
Well, the GalileoHub is the evolution of our basic system, which is called the Galileo-CK XXX models, which are computer-driven tissue microarray instruments. So in the GalileoHub, we included artificial intelligence and deep learning algorithms in order to read automatically the glass slide images. And these glass slide images with artificial intelligence will look at the area of interest, where to core, and the GalileoHub then will take these coordinates and with automation will, with a robotic arm, will pick up the cores exactly where the cancer cells are and will place the cores into a tissue block, which will become a tissue microarray block. Tissue microarray technology is used for biomarker validation and identification in cancer or also in stem cell research activities.
Okay, thank you, Pasquale. I think it's always very interesting to hear it firsthand. You always get some details that you don't just read off the texts. So thank you for explaining this. As we've talked about earlier, you were receiving the Customized Solution Innovation Voucher until September 21. And we'd like to know where the project stands today. What was the evolution from the funding period to where we are today in January 22?
Well, the DIGI-B-CUBE founding allowed us to design and start to create a prototype or proof of concept of the GalileoHub. Since the founding finished in September, we continued the development, and now we are continuing the design in order to create a functional prototype and a pre-series prototype, which will be used to get all the qualification and certification of the instrument. In the same time, we are looking for a commercial partner or a financial partner in order to cover the extra cost that we are encouraging in this process.
So if I'm correct, say that the next big steps for 2022, the next months or weeks, are about finding commercial partners, further developing this.
Exactly.
And a question that comes up often when startups or projects receive funding is how they work on sustainability, meaning not necessarily the actual sustainability of the project after the funding is over. How was your experience? How did DIGI-B-CUBE funding help you ensuring that your startup, that your project was sustainable?
Well, DIGI-B-CUBE invited us to participate to several meetings. And in fact, this morning, we discussed about the participation to this very important meeting in Boston, the first week of February. It's called SLAS 2022, where we will be B2B meetings with investors or people that could be interested in the commercial partnership. For sustainability, I said at the beginning that this is a project which it is the evolution of the present line of tissue microarray that we produce. This means that we have a very well consolidated distribution or clients that may be interested in this new version of the tissue microarray. So we hope that we will be successful in selling this new product and also to sustain all the costs that we have incurred in.
Excuse me, I was mute. It's nice to know. And I mean, what is, if this is not directly one of the questions foreseen, but what would you say is the big goal for this year if you had to pick just one for Galileo? What is the priority, perhaps, to put it this way?
Well, the priority for this year will be to complete the development, to get the machine fully certified with the CE mark and with the MET certification, which allows to sell the machine in US and Canada, and to bring this new product on the market by the end of the year.
Right. I think that's where we would have to wish auguri, right?
Grazie.
We ask one question commonly, which is, I mean, you have received funding, you have received DIGI-B-CUBE funding, and it's been going well. It's been a nice experience. So do you have a word of advice for other small projects, startups coming up?
Yes, the first advice is that the foundings of DIGI-B-CUBE are, let's say, too little for a project like this. Of course, it is a start, and you know, it is good because when you have a seed money to start a project, it is good. For this particular project, the investment needed are much higher. Okay, so what my suggestion to, if you have a project like this, maybe to look for additional funding in parallel to the DIGI-B-CUBE.
I understand. Okay. So that's good, because actually my last question between us will be if you have any feedback, any suggestions. And I take away that it is that looking for more funding opportunities, especially in your example where the funding that was allocated was even for a seed stage or pre-seed stage, yes, relatively low. Yes. I see.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And in general, in the communication with DIGI-B-CUBE teams, with the promotion of the project, were you so far satisfied?
Yeah, we are very satisfied. Very satisfied. I think DIGI-B-CUBE is a good organization where to push or to put the news out. I participated also to other European projects, but there you are more, you get more money, but you are more on your own to market your product.
Okay, I understand. Thank you. Well, perhaps, Pasquale, I would suggest the following. If you don't have any comments or questions, I think it would be nice for the recording if we end with a nice sentence in Italian. Perhaps a suggestion, your wish for 2022 for the project?
Beh, il nostro obiettivo è quello di portare il prodotto sul mercato e per la soddisfazione degli utilizzatori.
Thank you very much, Pasquale, for your testimonial.